never expected that so many strange objects could be fished out of the water before I first learned to fish. Mind telling me about your fishing history? A friend introduced the hobby to me. At first I thought it to be quite boring. I mean, what else could you call an activity that tests one's patience? But my friend just waved his hand in a mysterious way, claiming that fishing itself could not encompass the whole hobby. Just as reading a book could open you to other experiences beyond its contents, he said. For example, one might consider and analyze the story's backdrop, listen to comments from other readers, view other work derived from the text, and so on. And the truth has borne his statement out quite nicely, I feel. The simple thought of what I might fish up this time is already very fascinating to me. Fair enough. About the strange objects you spoke of. Fishermen often say that fishermen can catch anything, just not fish. I thought that was just a joke, to be honest, but as it turns out, there really is such a person in Sumeru. Oh, I remember that guy. No matter what water body he goes to, what bait or equipment he uses, he always catches, well, not fish. What an enviable ability. I thought that simply being able to catch clockwork fish here in Fontaine was already quite amazing. If the things we can catch define a fisherman's world, then his world truly is vibrant and full of life. He's so depressed that he can't catch fish, though. Enough talk. I should do my best as well. Good luck. Thank you. I am still new to this, so I only managed to fish out some plants. But someone told me that algae are not actually plants. I don't know much about that. They are not of much importance to me anyway. If you don't mind, you can take these. Ah, save me! I know I was wrong! Save me! Wow, how did that person over there... Also, why does Paimon smell some delicious roast chicken?
Right here. Emerge. Right here.
Oh, you're just... Alright. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. You are my saviors. I, Henri, will never forget your kindness. Let's focus on a more important matter. Paimon's curious how you ended up here. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation. Record scratch. Those crabs must have been attracted here by the aroma of roast chicken. Paimon is attracted here by that too. No, that's different. Those crabs were probably choosing between me and the roast chicken as the starter. Just the thought that they might have chosen the fresh starter gives me chills. Sounds about right. The fresher the better. Hey, Paimon was asking about Henri, not the crabs. Who else would be buried in the ground? So, do you need help? Naturally. No. I mean, no. Do not help me out. Ah, okay. We heard you loud and clear. Let's go, Harley. No, wait, please. Huh? What's up? Here's the thing. Please listen to me carefully. This is a brand new beauty pad. You don't need to shout. Paimon's ears hurt. Worry not. I'm a perfectly sane person. My I'm a perfectly sane person shirt is prompting questions already answered by my shirt. I am adopting a beauty practice that is scientific and healthy, which is why I buried myself in the moist sands with my own hands. Please leave. Do not block my sunlight. Let's go? Since you're curious, then you leave me with no choice but to explain the magic of the skincare treatment. The clam worms in the sand can clear the... Ugh, so loud. Harley, what is up with this person? Paimon can't understand his words at all. This is really weird. Is that so? What do you think? Let's check the vicinity first. Eh? Are you leaving? Yes, we'll look around and come back later. Okay, off you go. What? Don't look so wary. This is the latest beauty trend. Oh, what? Speaking of which, why would there be roast chicken here? It looks like there isn't any sand stuck to it either. Did Henri bury himself with the shovel then? Fontainians sure are a strange bunch. Looks like a strange machine, and it's broken too. Hello. Hey, don't leave Paimon in this awkward silence. Hello. What a beautiful day. How about the person over there? What person? I don't know the person you're talking about. We're just taking a walk. Yes, that's right. We are just taking a walk. A walk taken by us, two totally ordinary people. What a beautiful day. What a beautiful thing walking is. Don't you think? Taking a walk is totally normal. I'm sure you understand. What are you guys even talking about? Did you hear someone calling for help? A man is buried in the ground over there and almost got eaten by crabs. What? Something like that happened where we take walks? On such a beautiful day? If he gets eaten by crabs, that'll be really funny. I mean, a real pity. Shame, we won't let this happen. I mean, we can't let this happen. If we run into something like this during our walk, we will not be bystanders. I mean, if. What are you guys doing here? Taking a walk. Like we said, taking a walk. You really didn't notice anything weird? Nope, none at all. Yeah, none at all. Except that the two of you are interrupting our walk. You're just standing here. Taking walks is very personal. We do not like being interrupted. We suggest that you find a good place for walks. The Fountain of Lucine, for instance, is a pretty good place. This is where we take walks. I mean, where we feel the nature. That's why we don't want to be interrupted. Goodbye. These two are pretty strange. So... have they put him here? And he's not allowed to... Wait, what is happening? They're obviously involved. Don't doubt me. I buried myself with my very own hands. This is the latest beauty trend. Harley? Any thoughts? The walker duo. They are obviously not taking a walk. The skin is grilled to perfection, fragrant and crispy. The sizzling fat inside is releasing 1,000 aromatic compounds that speak of tenderness that melts in the mouth. It looks delicious. The latest beauty fad and a very weird attitude. But why did he have to scream and shout then? How do you even manage to bury yourself like that? Almost ate Henri's head or the roast chicken. Did he shout so that people other than us could hear him? Speaking of such people, they are probably... associate. Henri is afraid of asking for our help because he is scared of the walker duo. So the reason why the walker duo makes Henri scared is... Henri was buried here. They were the ones who buried Henri. I have done nothing. This is the latest beauty trend. Ah! When did you... We are taking a walk. Taking walks is a form of exercise. Exercise involves movement. Movement is what brought us here. Did you do this? So what if... Oh, Hunter, I remember now. Take a good look at her. That's the person he told us not to mess with. Right, right. What are you whispering about? Nothing. We are just taking a walk. That's right. We are just taking a walk. If there's nothing else, we'll keep walking and walk to other places. Wait, don't you have to do anything scary to me anymore? The lesson has been learned, if you know what I mean. What lesson? Nothing. I mean, roast chicken is dangerous. It invites trouble. See it as a valuable lesson. Let's go. But roast chicken is... Debord? Hotel Debord? Forget the roast chicken. We should continue our walk. We'll ask Sunny to treat us to roast chicken next time, so says Turner as he walks away with Hunter. Thank you. Thank you so much. I knew you'd understand. Seems it is exactly like what Harley said. Let's help Henri out. But digging you out is a really exhausting job, so Paimon will take the roast chicken as payment. Huh? Ugh. Alright, fine. Takes you a while to help Henri out of the sands and take the barrel off him. You start enjoying the delicious roast chicken with Paimon. Henri seems as if he is about to drool, but he holds back the desire to have a share to keep his promise and maintain his dignity. Aww. However, seeing Henri trying really hard to look unaffected, Paimon offers to share the roast chicken with Henri. The chicken is crispy on the outside and gives out an irresistible oily aroma. Yum yum. Freedom! Ah, the sweet taste of freedom. Though not as satisfying as roast chicken is, freedom sure is sweet. So what does the board that you're holding stand for? Oh, this. It represents protest, of course. Against what? How should I put this? They are the ones who buried me. They did it to stop me from working hard, which is why I want to protest. Wait, why do they want you to stop working hard? Can you keep a secret? Of course, your secrets are safe with Paimon. Then yours is safe with me too, but I'm afraid I can't tell. What? Hey, are you making fun of Paimon? Let's talk about something else then. Okay, what's with the barrel you were wearing? Is that a form of protest as well? Huh? That I don't know. Before they buried me, they put this barrel on me. A deed born of their twisted tastes, I'll wager. And why did you end up buried by them? Because they are terrible, terrible people. They just grabbed me for no reason at all and buried me in the sand. They wanted me dead. No reason at all, huh? Really? Of course. Didn't you see? I was literally buried in the sand. If they didn't want me dead, why else would they do it? That makes sense. Harley, what do you think? Broken machine. A machine with an unclear purpose. Seems like it's no longer functioning. Is it related to the situation here? The barrel that the walker duo put around Henri's chest before he was buried. Under such circumstances, the barrel prevents the sand from applying pressure to the chest, so that Henri would not be suffocated. Which is to say, the walker duo did not want to kill him, so their true intention was... Oh. Chicken is crispy on the outside and gives out an irresistible oily aroma. Yum yum. But Henri was buried, so he couldn't eat it. Though it feels kind of weird. The roast chicken was placed in front of him because... Almost ate Henri's head or the roast chicken. Lesson. They mentioned lesson before leaving. Seems like they wanted to teach Henri a lesson by burying him in the sand and letting him see the roast chicken that he couldn't reach. But why? Because he broke the machine. Judging from the clues from the scene, the reason could only be this. What? So they didn't intend to kill me at all? You guys are really observant. That's right. I was the one who broke the machine. Why did you break the machine? Why indeed? Because a long time ago, I lived a poor and miserable life. I was really depressed. Then I met a guy who gave me a healthy drink that lifted my spirits. He was really kind to me, so I wanted to pay him back for his kindness. One day, I had my chance. He introduced me to some very rich people and asked me to help him. All I did was menial work, such as collecting mechanical parts that belonged to the Fontaine Research Institute. The rich people paid me a pretty sum for those chores. Whoa, sounds pretty awesome. Right? This time, they asked me to find the strange machine, take the core out and deliver the core to them. I can both repay my bro and make some money. I've got to give my all. But those terrible people... Perhaps they hated seeing me working hard to change my life for the better. They interfered with my work and warned me against delivering the, precision components to my employers. But I wouldn't let them win. I took the job and protested against their behavior. And as a result, like you said, I was taught a lesson. Oh, poor you. But is this job of yours really so well paid? Of course, this is one of the reasons why I didn't want to tell you why I'm protesting. However, since you saved my life... Not as much as saving your life, I mean... I also thought that since you two are really observant, I might as well just tell you the truth. You can see it as a collaboration. Such strange machines have been deployed above ground and underwater. It's easier to spot such machines. They all produce a peculiar light around them. Handle it for me and bring me the specific core inside it. There should be 7 in total. After it's done, we'll split the earnings 50-50. Deal? I take 70% of the earnings and 20% must be paid in advance. Ugh, fine. But I really can't give it to you in advance. I'm still waiting for everything to be done so that I can get paid. But what do these machines do? They destroy the environment. These machines are evil stuff. Destroy how? How am I going to know? I'm not a member of the Fontaine Research Institute. Anomalies have already occurred, so it has to be hazardous to the environment. Well, that sounds reasonable. Every time we see any supernatural environment during our adventure, there's bound to be some trouble that we have to deal with. Howie, why don't we help Henri? Great, it's settled then. Bring me 7 cores, let's become rich together. What do I want? Labour rights. When do I want them? Now! Why are you protesting here? We must rise while we fell, of course. This guy. Oh my god. Oh, wait. This is the thing, I think. Disturbance attracts uninvited guests. Great. I need an ability. Thank you. Unbalanced and must be rebalanced. Oh no. Wait, where did the thing go? Oh, it's over here. Oh, Jesus Christ. What? Why didn't that work?
Stay calm.
Oh! Well. There we go. Fucking hell. Oh. There we go. Oh, precious chest. Nice.
A reward on the road.
Truly spectacular weather today, no? Yes, truly. If only the weather was cooperative every workday, I should be quite merry indeed. And speaking of work, my dear, you are here to interview for the troubleshooter position advertised in our Tales of Humanity section, are you not? Troubleshooter? Yes, I know. The name troubleshooter is simply too gauche and unbecoming of the standards of a publication such as ours. Yes, Ethan has substantial room for growth when it comes to coining new words. Putting that aside for the moment, would you like to know how I was able to correctly ascertain that you were here for the job and not seeking to ask for help in our Tales of Humanity section? Observation. Every citizen who comes to the Steambird seeking help appears anxious and jittery, but you? Your steps are relaxed, your expression calm. Those who are fortunate are all the same. Those who fall victim to misfortune all have their own woes. But you needn't worry. Those who seek assistance from others via Tales of Humanity haven't run into any serious trouble, so it shouldn't be hard to handle. Have a look at this batch of commissions. Hell yeah. 6%! Woohoo! All you need to do is find some time every week to read through the submissions to Tales of Humanity, pick out a few commissions you'd like to handle, and come find me to collect your payment. Some commissions are so drop-dead simple you wouldn't believe it, but you shouldn't underestimate the value of your work. For us, the problems in their submissions may appear to be easy and insignificant, but for the readers submitting their problems, they are like a splinter under their fingernails, impossible to remove or ignore. If we can help them extract these splinters, then in addition to the monetary rewards, you will also receive the respect and gratitude of the people, and your reputation among the citizenry will increase over time. When that happens, I will give you more complicated and important jobs. Help everyone to achieve happiness and be a lighthouse illuminating humanity, such is the call of our paper. Such are the feelings and aspirations of every publisher. No need for an interview? Interview? Your interview was complete before you even arrived. Don't be surprised. I have my ways. If I couldn't even manage that, how could I manage a newspaper? Alright, I've told you everything you need to know about this job. As for whether or not you want to take it, that's up to you now. Think it over. Ad Astra Abasosk, welcome to the Adventurers Guild. Is there something I can help you with? It's Katheryne again. This one must be a puppet too. Perhaps. Is there something I can help you with? Are you looking to take on a commission, or send one out? I'm just taking a look. I see. If you run into any guild-related issues, you can come and ask me. I will provide the utmost service for you and answer all answerable questions. Then we thank you for your contributions to the guild, adventurer. We wish you smooth travels. Wisharo. It can't be. It can't be. What are you doing? No, I swear I didn't do anything. Please don't hurt me. What are you talking about? Why would we want to hurt you? I don't know, but I also don't know that you won't really hurt me. You're not making any sense. Oh, I've got it. It must be because I discovered your secret, right? I took the newspaper with your secret letter hidden inside it in the coffee shop. Or because I accidentally discovered your passphrase? Wait a moment. Could it be that the fish I ate last night? I say, the reason that the fish had so few bones is because you already deboned that fish. Any fish deboners in chat? Yes, you wish to use the difference in the number of bones in each fish to send a message, but I accidentally bought this one and brought it back home with me. What the heck is this guy? Guy? That is a woman. What the heck is this guy talking about? Paimon can't make heads or tails of it. I won't hurt you. You really aren't out to hurt me? What's with you? We've only just met you. Why would we want to hurt you? Really? I'm glad. I'm really sorry. How embarrassing. I like her shoes. I've been working hard on a detective novel recently, but I still don't know what methodology the criminals should use to commit their crime. Because I am always overthinking things, so now when I look at anything, my first reaction is to consider how it could be used to, you know, commit crimes. That's why I was so nervous just now. I truly am sorry. Maybe I have become what they call paranoid now. I was about to ride the aquabus into the city for a cup of coffee, but when I saw aquabus running, I immediately saw countless possibilities, all the ways I could be killed on an aquabus. I simply didn't dare to board. You said yourself it was only paranoia. That may be so, but I simply cannot stop thinking about it, and the more I think, the more afraid I become. I'll escort you there. Really? Amazing, but what if the people who want to hurt me hurt you too? You just try to relax. Come on, stop overthinking it. No matter what the problem is, Harley can handle it. Easy peasy. Except my own depression. The aquabus is just over there. We'll board together in a bit. Hey, why are you crouching on the ground holding your head? Did you hit your head or something? But there isn't anything here to hit your head on. Wait, there's no Melusine. Shh, get over here. Lie down next to me. It's dangerous here. Here we go again. This aquabus doesn't have any kind of barrier on top. If you place 2 poles on either side and run fishing line between them, then when the aquabus passes through, that fishing line will suddenly become a knife that... Ah! Stop! Don't say any more. No, you don't even need 2 poles. 1 will be enough. And if you hung up some fishing line on it, with the hook just dangling there, then the people on the aquabus would naturally be hooked and left hanging in the air, and then... Not listening. Paimon's not listening. La 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 la. I don't mind 2 poles. After listening to her this whole time, even Paimon's getting kind of scared. Let's get off the aquabus as soon as we arrive at the station, alright? Damn. You carefully disembark from the ship with Grijaro. Phew, nothing happened, and I'm still alive. Wonderful. Of course we're fine. We said it was all your paranoia. No, we have still not yet reached our destination. It is far too early for such a conclusion. What if... No! We must hurry, just in case. Please. Why are you hiding again? There's nothing around here. Can't you see that Gardamek? It's right in front of us. Is something wrong with it? Shh, quick, get out of there. What if it goes out of control? Or maybe its power core will suddenly explode, or someone controlling it remotely will use it to attack us. It looks completely normal to me. That is exactly what makes me so scared. A mecha that is operating normally suddenly losing control, and some poor unfortunate sop suddenly losing their life. Nobody would even be held responsible for such a thing. Perhaps the true culprit would never be found. No, it's simply too dangerous. It already left. You can come out now. Phew, it didn't go out of control. Truly unexpected. Our lives have been spared yet again. It wasn't going to go berserk in the first place, capiche? What I was thinking of was more of an intentional accident. Wait, but criminal events without a culprit. A crime that no individual will be held solely responsible for. That's it! Inspiration has struck. Quickly, to the cafe! I must write this down. Hey, slow down! Aren't you worried someone will toss a rock and trip you up or something? This girl is stressing me out and I'm not even interacting with her. Yeah, she's wild. Ah, right, that's true. Coffee's getting cold. Well, thank you, Harley, and thank you for escorting me here. You say escort, but all we did was walk with you here. We didn't do anything. Nothing bad happened. Yes, it appears I really was overthinking it. This coffee is really great. So, do you think it's poisoned? Would it kill you not to say things like that for 2 seconds? Stop saying that kind of baloney. We finished drinking already and we're fine, right? No. Perhaps it is a special sort of poisoning. First, the poisoner mixes a kind of medicine into our coffee. Drinking that medicine alone will have no effect whatsoever on the victim. After we have finished our poison drinks and gone home, the poisoner will follow us. And as we sleep, he will enter our room and mix a second kind of medicine into your water bottle. The next day, after you're out and about, you'll take a drink from your water bottle. Then the two medicines will mix and react within your body. And then we'll... The sound of hurried footsteps suddenly draws near. My dear customer, just what are you saying? Coffee? Poisoned? Please do not make such jests in my establishment. Should your japes affect the other customers, I shall have to ask you to leave. Guijaro apologizes to Arouette in a panic and explains her situation. By way of apology, Guijaro buys another 3 cups of coffee. You watched him make the coffee this time. There's no way there could be a problem with it. Stop imagining things. I know, but I did find a lot of inspiration along the way. If I just put it all together, I'm sure I can think of how the perfect crime, one that leaves no trace, could be committed. After I finish writing the book, I'll be sure to send you a copy. But before that, let me finish this cup of coffee. This cup of coffee. Harley, do you think... Is it at all possible? Shut it! Could this cup itself have poison on it? What a fucking quest. I'm quite curious as to how this will end. What sort of end are we talking about? I mean the end of a play, of course. Or, well, there are some cases that have gone into session several times, but with no result. To be honest, they seem all the same to me. That doesn't sound like a very rigorous distinction to me. But does it matter, really? A criminal is a criminal. Someone who's done wrong. Any case involving them is sure to become a talking point regardless. And I'm a law-abiding citizen. I'm never going to touch the law's bottom line. Besides, watching trials is a way of studying the law as well. What are we going to do now, boss? The filming's not done and the camera's lost. Alright, stop sighing. Didn't we go post a commission at the Adventurers Guild? There's only one thing we got left to do today, and that's to wait. Yeah, but our half-finished film is still in the camera. Even the machine's pretty hardy. If the film gets damaged... Then... What film camera? Well, didn't I say help was coming? As I said, all we had to do was wait. When did the Adventurers Guild get this efficient? It seems like some Fontainians aren't that slow going after all. Hello there, adventurer. You must be here for the commission to help us get our film camera back, right? We were attacked by monsters over there. Can you please hurry? I didn't accept any commission. Oh. Then... That's fine. It's all fine. I knew the Adventurers Guild wasn't reliable. Adventurer, would you like to accept an emergency commission? The pay's real good. That sounds fine. Great, fantastic. I need you to go over and help us get our film camera back. We'd be in your debt. Please, adventurer, please go get us our film camera back. This shoot has been nothing but disasters. When will I get to go back to Chaoying Village? Please take me with you! I want it in the game. What a quote that is. I don't remember that quote at all. No blue balls full. Great, the film camera is intact and the film hasn't been destroyed. Thank the Archons. I thought we were going to have to start shooting all over again. Seems you aren't from Fontaine either. It's a long story. Let's keep it brief. We 3 are from Chaoying Village in Lille. Most people there are in the tea business, but we don't have any interest in tea. So we changed professions and started filming documentary films to help promote tea vendors in the village. Why is it spelt like that? Genshin, what the fuck? First academia and now this. In truth, there are too many people in the tea business and we just couldn't compete. The skilled helpers we had at the store left one by one to work elsewhere, so if we just stuck to making tea, we'd be starving. Can't you two not make things sound so depressing? We've made plenty of more shooting these tea documentaries in the village. But recently some others in the village have also started to shoot their own promotional films. Some of them are even performing an opera in them. They're making a real big show of it. So that's why we're in Fontaine. We're trying to seek advice from master filmmakers. So you're here to learn about filmmaking in Fontaine? Yeah, we found this lighting expert called Gazer. He's real good at using lighting to film. What was it again? Narratives. Yeah, applying lighting to his narratives. With Mr. Gazer's advice, we can definitely shoot the best films in all of Chaoying Village. Whilst last month you said we were going to shoot the best films in Lille. You have to adjust your expectations realistically when doing business. What do you know? Anyway, thanks for your help, Traveller. Here, take this Mora. Xingye, Yifeng, pack that up quick. We gotta finish shooting our sample and show it to Mr. Gazer. Watch the lighting. The camera's gotta be angled toward the light source in this way. We gotta capture that high definition lighting. You all read that book, right? The lighting's gotta have a sense of texture. You get what I'm saying? Boss, we might have read Mr. Gazer's book. But with what we got, we're not going to be able to capture that high definition lighting tactility you want no matter how much we struggle. Okay. Villains. You recalcitrant villains. That's right. Run. Run far. Far away. To the other side of the mountain. To the city alleys. And make sure I don't see you. What's going on? Nothing serious. Hero ran away again. Happens all the time. Just say the word inspection and off Hero takes. This time Prince and Princess fled too. Had I not tripped when taking care of the flower field previously, leaving me with a yet unhealed leg injury, dealing with those 3 rascals would have been easy. Are you mountaineers? If you'd like a place to rest your feet, you can sit a while in the house. I shall treat you in a bit once I have brought those 3 rapscallions back by their scruffs. Yes, and we have vowed to conquer every high peak and Teyvat. Wait, we vowed that? Paimon definitely wasn't consulted. Well, let's introduce ourselves all the same. Paimon's Paimon and she's Harley. We're adventurers, and if you're looking for people, there's no one more experienced than us. If your legs aren't feeling too good, leave the searching to us. Adventurers. Then why don't you wear those green uniforms? Not everyone has to wear that outfit. Or rather, we're such experienced adventurers that we can just wear whatever we want. I see. I suppose that the services of seasoned adventurers should also come with the requisite payment. Alright then, good children, call me Earnshaw. I would be most grateful for your help. So you're looking for Hero, Prince, and Princess? Those don't sound like normal names. Are these nicknames for kids? They're dogs. Huh. Really? They, sound like rather kiddie names? My daughter named them. If it was not for her raising hue and cry, I would not have raised such delicate creatures. When they were still pups, they were quite silly and rather cute, but they quickly grew into disobedient little rascals. Try to control them a little, and they resist and they flee. They don't go very far, of course, but one does need to retrieve them all the same. For a hero to fear something like a tooth inspection. What a joke. Won't they come back once they get hungry? Or they might awaken the wild spirit in their blood, return to the mountain forests, and become apex predators. That would be a pretty cool story, wouldn't it? No, rules must remain rules. If we let them off once, they will do this a second and third time. And once they get used to doing ill, they will not change for the better easily. But they're just little doggies, aren't they? Do we really have to be so strict with them? Well, they do have a bad example to follow. That silly daughter of mine left home several years ago and hasn't returned. Well, if they had done exactly as she had, that would have saved me some time. Damn. So what's the apex predators? Indeed. But if she were to return and find her precious dogs, whom she raised hell just to own, gone, she'd bawl for all she's worth, even though this is all her fault anyway. Best not to ask further. Alright then, so we just need to bring them back home, right? Yes, the forests are dangerous, and get even more so at night. Those dogs do not know how delicate they are. Even if they do not love it, they are safer in here. Damn! Heroes run off to the north. For an old dog to still be so playful. Seriously. It also likes pausing to forage for food along the path. Don't go easy on it. It'll get in real trouble if it eats something bad. If it refuses to leave, harden your heart and take the food it got from Archon knows where away. That should give it the signal that it's time to go home. The other two haven't gone far. They're just mucking about in the flower garden. Just tell them to get back here, and that should do. Well, this sounds simple. Just leave it to us. You just wait here, Earnshaw. We'll be right back. Careful about the flowers, by the way. Don't tread on them. Gotcha, we will. Don't tread on the flowers, right? Well, never mind Paimon, but Harley's pretty agile too. Okay, we can't just grab those playful dogs and drag them back, right? They're pretty delicate after all. Let's just chase them, shall we? That should get them running, so we need to send them running in the direction of their home. Good children, I'm relying on you to bring those 3 rapscallions back. Oh my god. Good doggy, playtime's over. Here it is. Who would have thought it'd be hiding amidst the flowers? Well, since we don't want to travel over the flowers, we just have to... something. What? Okay. Alright, back home you go, and on to the next one. Thanks, bestie. Move. Thank you. And don't go running off again. That leaves us with just one more. I see Papa. Earnshaw said that Hero won't be moving when there's food around. Looks like that's true. Come on, let's collect the fowl here first. That dog probably won't leave otherwise. Suspicious fowl. Fowl found by the side of the road. It might be from some birds who were victims of foul play. Bruh. Let's go. What? Oh, this way. Hi, babe. Nice. Now they've all gone home. We're done here, right? Let's go look for Earnshaw. Found you doggos. Oh, bunny. Paimon thought that this would be easier. Who knew they'd be so capricious? Well then, children, I hope you now understand that the more capricious they are, the more we need to teach them the rules. Well, at least we remembered not to tread on the flowers. If only you could also fly, eh? That would have made things way easier. Well, if you're tired, rest here a while before going. Come, have some of this Tass's ragout I just made while you're at it. Ragu? Ooh, goodies, but... Oh, we shouldn't. This doesn't seem right. Come now, do you not trust my skills? I would not speak for other dishes, but I am very confident in my ragu at least. No, Paimon's wondering if this would count as not following the rules or something. Labor deserves a reward, so this is what you are owed for your efforts. You need to eat to keep your strength up after all. And you are adventurers, so you'll need that energy all the more. As for your payment for the official commission, I will give it to you later. I believe the guild's rules indicate as much. Hehe, in that case, don't mind if we do. The old man's invitation, the two of you enjoy some ragu. While it is not exactly a masterpiece, it warms the soul nonetheless, wiping your fatigue away. A meal after some honest work always tastes especially great, and the ragu was... well, it had a real homey feel, eh? Well, the ingredients and the method of cooking were nothing quite curious. Yup, it was normal, but tastes really good. Of course, even my silly daughter has naught but praises for this dish. Just a whiff of it would send her running to the table, putting all her complaints aside. But she's very far away now, and I fear she can't smell my... Am I saying that right? I feel like I'm saying it wrong. I'd wager that she's even forgotten the way home, in fact. You know, Earnshaw, if you don't mind telling us what she looks like, we could find her for you. We're good at that, remember? If we meet her in our travels, that is. Ah, you truly are good-hearted children. Thank you. In truth, it would not be hard for me to find her. She did get someone to send me some letters previously. But I reckon she doesn't think she's at fault. Why else would she only send letters but not return home? As such, I haven't read a single one of her letters. In fact, I haven't opened a single one. We can overlook the folly of animals, but are we to accept that from a human? A grown woman, no less? She's probably giving you information. Speaking of which, she hasn't sent any letters recently. Perhaps she's finally grown tired of trying to get a rise out of me. You stopped talking to her, my guy. Regardless, I shall not hire people specifically to bring her back. She can either admit fault and return herself, or not at all. Okay, if you say so. All the same, thank you for helping to bring Hero and the others back. The payment isn't much, even with the rigor added in. So take both, would you? You adventurers often sleep out in the wild, don't you? Well, remember to eat well and dress warmly. Don't starve or catch a chill. Yep, you take care of your leg too, Earnshaw. See you. Take good care of yourselves. I want to read these letters. That shit makes me angry. Stubborn fucking old man. Ugh. How's your trip being, kid? Why not take a load off and put your feet up for a bit? Thanks. How are Hero and the others? Well, they're fine, by which I mean they're always making me worry. What's new? At least they're alive and kicking, which means they're healthy. That's always a good thing. Thanks. Has your daughter returned home? Don't even talk about it. That stubborn girl. I don't think she ever intends to come back. She might do. She might just be, like, confused why her dad has stopped speaking to her. I know it's not real, but oh my fucking god. I want to know what these letters say. No problem. Our box is waterproof. All we need to do is dive down and fetch it. Boss, none of us here knows how to dive. I know how to swim, but diving's beyond me. Is the commission we posted at the Adventurers Guild still on the board? Boss, didn't you say before that we should hurry up and take the commission down? We did that yesterday. The guild said they can return us our prepaid commission posting fee today. If we want to send out a commission again, are we going to need to pay an additional service fee? Have you guys finished your film? Adventurer. Harley, you came right when we needed you. Can you dive? Or can you help me find a diver with the ability and time to do a dive? You want to do an underwater shoot? We're hardly that capable. We also can't afford waterproof film equipment. It's purely because the box we put our films in fell into the water. Oh, those films are fucked, mate. Alright, that's enough, you two. Harley, you gotta help us. Don't worry about the payment. I'll pay you up front, just like last time. Okay. I hope the films won't be damaged by the water. Don't worry, boss. This box is sealed tight. The water won't be getting in. Good thing our film camera didn't fall in. Otherwise, it would be a total flop. My god. These people are utterly incompetent. Aha! You're the best, Harley. You're the absolute best. If it weren't for you, everything inside the case would have been lost. We need to get back to the city and give these films to Mr. Gazere. And then, let's have a meal together. Harley, if you're interested, you can come too. After we finish eating, I'll pay you a reward. Alright. Alright, it's settled. Yifeng, bring the films in this box over to Mr. Gazere later. Xingye, go get some good greens from nearby. I've been practicing my poisson seafood soup, and it's time to show it off to Mr. Gazere. Boss, we're already going to the restaurant. Why do you still get to do things yourself? So that we can save costs. It's settled. Let's get going. Harley, you can follow me. This pot is pretty strange. But it should be used the same way as the ones in Liyue. Boss, I got the veggies, but they're all out of marcotte. I couldn't find any other store that sells it. That's the last ingredient we needed. Well, Harley, include this with the payment. Thanks for your help. Don't worry, I know how adventurers work. This isn't a free favor. Harley, did you get the marcotte? I got it. Okay, gotta get this meal started as soon as possible. Gotta do this fast. Mr. Gazero is almost here. Harley, I'd like to introduce you to a master filmmaker, Mr. Gazere. Mr. Gazere, this is Harley, a highly skilled adventurer. If you plan to shoot an action film in the future, you should definitely consider casting Harley as the lead. Ms. Cho exaggerates. I'm not some filmmaking expert. I'm just someone who's somewhat familiar with the uses of lighting for filmmaking. You're too modest. The lighting in your films practically speaks for itself. Uses of lighting for filmmaking? Yeah. In my lighting theory, I believe that the manipulation of lighting is the manipulation of emotion. But how should I put this? My theories have yet to be regarded in Fontaine's film industry. Most directors prefer to use direct movement or the scene itself to illustrate their stories. I've shot a few films purely using lighting transitions to express narrative, but almost no one was interested. But now at least one director thinks my lighting theory has value. Director? Me? Don't jest. I was just a tea vendor. Who said a tea vendor can't be a director? I was just a journalist before. A journalist? Then you must be good at writing reports, just like those in the papers. I suppose. What about it? Huh, just as well. Nothing. Let's see. We'll have plenty of time to work together in the future. Everyone takes a seat to Ms. Cho's forthright laughter. After the meal, Ms. Cho makes an additional meal and stuffs it in your bag. But, oh. Is that it? And I see thing. Hell yeah! My 1000th achievement. Let's fucking go. That's so satisfying. Holy shit. There we go. I just can't believe it. Would someone really take a camera into the Maison Gaston itself and simply strut about taking pictures of everyone and anything? It's ridiculous. Everyone knows, everyone should know, that is how secrets get leaked. It is common sense. If common sense was common, Monsieur Yon, then the Maison Gaston could simply disband tomorrow. I shall leave this to you. Have them sign the document, just like I taught you, and return it to me before the weekend. I still have to handle the expense receipts. Cassie keeps harassing me about it. But Mr. Realty? Just who should I be looking for? We don't have an office specifically in charge of cameras. I trust your judgment. Now hurry up and take care of this so we can each really enjoy the weekend. I'm going to go take care of other things. Hop to it, kid. Yes, sir, Mr. Realty. Realty leaves in a leisurely manner. Yes, sir, Mr. Realty. What are you doing? Huh? Hello. It looks though you are not a member of the staff here at the Maison Gaston. I am currently busy with official business. Should you have any inquiries, please ask Miss Cornelia. She's right over there. She will provide with a chair and a cup of tea. Please have a seat, and I will come find you after I am done. What's the big rush? It's actually a simple matter, but dealing with it is quite complicated. The office I work in has received a notice instructing us to draft a letter to the other offices. The content was something like, staff are forbidden from bringing cameras into the Maison Gaston and taking pictures, except for work purposes, in order to avoid leakage of secret information. Does telling me about the letter's contents constitute leaking secrets? No, certainly not. If anyone really had used a camera to take a photo of documents, and it resulted in a leak, then this would certainly be a confidential matter. However, maybe someone will use a camera to take a picture of documents in order to leak them. It's not a secret. After all, that's a possibility that everyone is aware of. I feel dizzy. Think about it this way. If you are guarding a secret, then the secret you are guarding certainly cannot be revealed. But the fact that you are guarding a secret itself may not be considered a secret. After all, if even the fact that you are guarding a secret is considered a secret, then you will fall into an endless cycle of keeping the secret of keeping secrets. Your wording is an endless cycle. I'm curious who is in charge of this matter. That is where this matter becomes complicated. That's just where it becomes complicated? There is no office in the entire Maison Gaston that is directly charged with managing cameras. Mr. Samin says that I should ask Mr. Gatineo. Their work is related to confidential matters, and thus they should be the first to be made aware. This man's name is Mr. Week. Like W-E-E-K. But Mr. Royalty says I should ask Dufour, as he is in charge of all matters related to the staff of the Maison Question. Were we to make a new rule that all staff of the Maison Question cannot bring cameras to work, we'd have to let them know. Wow, that's complicated. Why are there so many different people responsible for different things? What happens if you can't remember? I think this is the quest that Emmy said was about, like, the ridiculous bureaucracy. That's why each of us carries a thick notepad. Though even with the notes, I'm still not sure who I should look for now. This is a matter involving personnel. Let's look for Dufour. That's exactly what I thought, but he has quite the explosive temper, and though he is quite reliable, his sharp tongue is sure to leave a mark. But he must be informed of this matter as soon as possible. Well, I guess you'll get to see for yourselves. Please, this way. Hyun, let me guess. Bad news? Sir, you are correct, it is not good news. To be precise, it is secret news. So it is. Very funny, Hyun. So what is this secret news? Hyun explains the situation in detail. That is true. Something like this could easily happen. After all, most of the staff here at the Maison Question aren't very sensitive as to how confidential different documents are. Do people really ignore something that serious? It's all thanks to Gatineo and his people. All the documents here have to be reviewed by them. They decide the security classification of the document and stamp it. Sounds like a good system, right? But the folks in charge of reviewing documents came up with a truly ingenious way to save time. Just stamp secret on every single blasted document that comes their way. Last week, Cassis went to the Opera Epiclese for a speech and talked about recent performances. I remember, it wasn't a long speech and lots of people were there. The text of his speech was even in the newspapers. Since the speech was given in front of everyone, and everyone knows it all already, how can something everyone knows be a secret? But no, even so, Gatineo still just has to classify it as a secret. Maybe there was some important information inside it? As if! He classified the draft that was released to the public as secret, but didn't bother with any of the previous versions. Cassis never writes his own speeches. The entire text of every draft is written for him by someone else. The only changes he makes to the entire speech are to sign his name and change a few irrelevant adjectives. And all those older manuscripts that he didn't edit, of course they're lying on Cassis's desk. Nobody cares. If Gatineo actually cared one iota about protecting secrets, why doesn't he classify those as secret too? Perhaps it's a precautionary measure? Oh, come on, they just want to save time. To Gatineo, the best way to protect secrets is to make absolutely every trivial little thing a secret. That way, nobody knows what the actual secrets that need protecting are. Not even them. If you want to hide a glass of water, the best way is to dump it in a lake. Great plan, nothing can ever go wrong. And if you want to hide a glass of Fanta, are you going to turn the whole lake into a lake of Fanta? A lake of Fanta? Paimon wants to go swim in it. Fanta's really tasty, right, Harley? Paimon, that's not the point. So, this document. Yon, this matter does concern personnel, so you've come to the right person. Before we can begin officially begin our work, typo, we must know if it's a glass of water or a glass of Fanta we're hiding. But first, you must let Gatineo ascertain the security classification, just like I said before. As we're already old colleagues, I won't cause any trouble for you. Our office will absolutely support and assist with this matter. Dufour slowly looks over the file and lazily scrawls his name on the dotted line. Very well, now go find Gatineo. This will affect all the staff, so I must go and inform the relevant people in advance. This is the wrong spelling of affect. But Mr. Dufour... Dufour walks off without looking back. He positively fled. That's Mr. Dufour for you. Quick to anger, but quite clever. Nothing we can do now but look for Gatineo. This way, please. Yon, to think I'd meet you here, you little rascal. Mr. Gatineo, I was just looking for you. There's something you should know. What is it? I just finished reading today's Steambird, and the Maison Question wasn't mentioned. Yes, this is a secret matter. Oh, now that's a rare sight. Someone besides a journalist who can tell us something is secret or not. Yon explains the situation in detail. It appears our Defoe is an exceptionally diligent journalist. It's almost as if he charged into my office, demanding to know the security classification of this document. I completely concur with his opinion. This matter certainly must be reviewed and classified first, but the matter of camera security leaks is quite large and concerns the entire maison en question. My office alone cannot ascertain the confidentiality. I must go to the other offices first and allow them to review it, and once they are all familiar with the matter, we then can proceed. For example, Cassis. Huh? This order came down from Mr. Cassis. Then it is even more imperative that he be aware of how we are dealing with it. Come on, lad, let's go find Royalté and then meet with Cassis. Huh? Wait, Mr. Gataneo! This is a confidential matter. As such, it falls under your office's jurisdiction. Well, in that case, can we keep affairs we handle confidential from you in the future, even on personnel-related matters? Hey, those are two different things. Quit shifting the goalposts. Well, it's certainly not up to us to decide whether or not they're the same thing. It looks like I've messed things up again. They're arguing. Harley, how about we get out of here? Adults arguing is scary. Gentlemen, calm down. There's no need to be upset over such a trifling matter. This is no trifling matter, Royalté. This is a matter of grave importance that affects the entire maison en question. I dare not act rashly and decide it on my own. So it is. There is nothing trivial at all about protecting our secrets. I don't think there is anyone in the whole maison en question more suited to handling this matter than you. Please relax. Why must you gentlemen argue about who is in charge? As I see it, there's no need for anyone to be primarily responsible. You don't even need to coordinate. What? Huh? I fear I do not understand your meaning, Royalté. I don't quite follow your train of thought, Royalté. You two are both gentlemen with a wealth of experience, and know that when dealing with something complicated, we must first divide it into simple things. The responsibility of preventing people from leaking secrets using cameras should logically fall to Gataneo. But you need not do anything extra, just continue catching leakers as before. As for informing everyone of the policy that cameras can't be brought into Maison en Question, this troubled task must fall for Defoe. Nobody else in the Maison en Question can clarify the new policy to the staff. We have no capability to enforce it. Nobody listens to us. You don't need to worry about that. Leave enforcement to Gataneo. What you need to do is not notify, but propose. The bigger you print the proposal, the better. Put it at the entrance, and be sure to print the case of the last camera leak below it. That should be enough. That sounds exactly like before. How is this different from before? I don't understand, Mr. Royalté. This way. I agree with this proposal. Excellent. It's very clean and clear. What? Proposal? Huh, that's easy. Then we have reached an accord. After Yon rewrites the draft, I'll bring it to both of you to look over. Now, let's each get back to work. Gataneo and Defoe look at each other for a moment, and then each turns and leaves. I am very sorry, Mr. Royalté. I really messed this up. Don't blame yourself, Yon. It's not your fault. At least not completely. Why did they suddenly accept your idea? I don't get it. I don't get it at all. That's right. Why did they suddenly stop arguing? They looked like they were about to start a brawl. That's because you don't know what those two gentlemen truly care about. Do you think they simply didn't want to take on extra work? Of course not. They simply didn't want any other officers to get involved with their work, especially when they themselves would be held responsible. As long as you understand this, it's easy to remove the source of their discontent, and then they are quite willing to do the work. But your proposal, they still have to take responsibility. Gataneo and Defoe are both experienced bureaucrats, and they're both painfully aware of some simple truth. In a large organisation such as the Maison en Question, everyone has to take some responsibility. That's the only way to make sure everything can continue to operate smoothly. You can negotiate the size of the responsibility, but everyone must take part. If anyone refuses to do so, well then they had best pray they never run into any trouble. Don't think too much on it, Yon. You'll come to understand all this someday. Right now, the important thing is to go rewrite a proposal and bring it to me. Got it? Yes, Mr. Royalté. Royalté leaves in a hurry. Looks like another all-nighter. Guess I should grab a coffee first. Do you always stay up so late? I wouldn't say always, but I guess I'm just used to it. Regardless, it's all good as long as I get my work done. Sometimes I wonder if there's a point to all this work I do. Not at all. I type, produce documents, chat, and run errands. Day in, day out. As an objective observer, Harley, what are your thoughts? I'm not sure just yet. Fine. Perhaps you can give me an answer after you've observed a bit more. If you're interested, come here tomorrow. We can talk again then. As a gestionnaire here at the Maison Gestion, I've been drowning in a sea of work. Perhaps you could tell me, as an objective observer, what's the point of it all? The purpose of work, Paimon thinks is a pretty complicated question. And Yon seems under a lot of pressure too. How about we check on him again tomorrow, Harley? Sure hope he doesn't burn out from all this work. Ah, Traveller, it's nice to see you. You don't look so good. You have bags under your eyes and it seems like you can barely speak. You should take a break. I can't rest. I stayed up all night last night writing drafts, but none were good enough. Time for yet another rewrite. If you have any official business you require my assistance with, please wait a moment. You can pull up a chair near Mr. Royalté. Perhaps he even has coffee. I must get back to writing. No, using to my dear colleagues is certainly not formal enough. Traveller, glad to see you've come back for another visit. Coffee? Now that you mention it. Yeah, Paimon wanted to ask too, but those guys were so loud, and Paimon didn't dare talk about anything else. And I thought I was going to be kicked out. Why? No need to worry. The guards let you in, so why would we take it upon ourselves to chase you out? This is also an example of clear delegation of authority and responsibility. Hello, Traveller. I'm Semen. It is a pleasure to meet you. And you are? Semen used to work in the courts as an assistant secretary. Due to some rather messy circumstances, he was transferred back to the Maison Gestion. Using his logical and precise deductions, we were able to find solutions to many previously intractable problems. Please, that's a bit much. I merely transferred over my previous work experience and used the value of certain things to infer the importance of matters related to them. What? Though in practice, countless matters that cannot be precisely measured will crop up in the course of work. But in these cases, applying Royalté's well-developed axioms of human interaction is of great assistance. And that means what now? Put simply, when dealing with work, Semen is quite skilled in considering all sides and their state, and makes everyone feel like they are important. It's like balancing scales. And if the balancing act is simply impossible, then I can tip the scales with the weight of words. Yeonchon seems to be working hard. Yeah, it seems like he's about to pass out. This is a path that all must walk, sooner or later. Should I help Yon write the document, he will not remember this lesson. His head and heart are filled with idealistic fantasies about what working in the Maison Gestion is. But fantasies are for the young, not for gestionnaires. And I simply don't know how to write those documents. You're quite direct. Alright, so what business brings you here? Tell me, and I'll see if I can... Yon suddenly runs over in a panic. Alas, all is doom and ruin! Mr. Royalté, do you have spare keycaps for the typewriter? As I was typing, I suddenly discovered that a keycap was missing. I have no idea when it could have... Did you already have a look nearby? Maybe it just fell off onto the ground. Or maybe it's stuck in a book, or sandwiched between documents. Did you already check these possibilities? Or maybe it's in a pen holder, or your sleeve, or your hair, or in a teacup. I've looked everywhere, even my pockets and my shoe bottoms. I've searched all over, and it's nowhere to be found. Very well, then you should go ask Cornelia. If we do have spares for things like keycaps, then she is the one you need to file a request with. I should just go buy one myself. It shouldn't take Estelle long at all to make a keycap. My dear Young, do you really want to spend your own money? The typewriter and its keycaps are public property, and the property of the Maison Gestion. Filing an application with Cornelia is the proper procedure. It really doesn't cost much at all. This is not a matter of how much, this is another matter of authority and responsibility. Repairing the public property of the Maison Gestion should be paid for by the public accounts of the Maison Gestion. If you pay for this with your private funds, and do not file a claim for reimbursement, then when expenses are audited at the end of the year, it will be unclear where the money came from. Fine, I'll go find Cornelia right now. Is even paying for things this annoying? This is actually quite normal around here. Please, this way. Let's go find Cornelia. The fact that this whole quest is just like a fucking them laughing at French bureaucracy. Hello, Mr. Yon. May I help you? And then hello to you too, Miss Cornelia. Do we have any spare keycaps for a typewriter? Excuse me? My typewriter is missing a keycap, so I would like to apply for a replacement. If there isn't one in stock, it would also work if you could reimburse the purchase of a new one. Expensing a keycap? That shouldn't be a problem, in principle. Sign your name here, please. Just write, requesting reimbursement for replacement keycap due to typewriter malfunction, and then sign your name and office. Very well, I can get the keycap today, right? I really need to get back to work. Mr. Yorn, have you ever applied for reimbursement for the purchase of public property before? Being reimbursed for work expenses is not at all like you imagine. You don't simply buy something and reimburse it. We need to compile all the reimbursement receipts and documents on a monthly basis, create summary reports, and then submit everything to the Maison Cardinalise for approval at the end of the month. This approval process is related to the approval and payment of salaries for the entire Maison Gestion. If the amount expensed is too late, then the Maison Cardinalise will even need to submit it to Monsieur Neuvillette himself for approval. Payments can only be officially sent after the review is complete and everything is signed. If he has any questions about a certain expense report, the staff member in question must submit a written report. We are just preparing to submit our first batch of reports, which we shall do sometime in the next few days. I'm laughing at how true all of this is. Yeah, me too. You mean, if I'm unfortunate enough, then I might require Monsieur Neuvillette himself to sign off on that keycap reimbursement? Such are the rules, Mr. Yon. And since the total expenses for this month are large indeed, he may very well be required to audit the reports. Monsieur Neuvillette? Wait, isn't that your Chief Justice? But it's just a keycap, and we're making him sign for it. It just doesn't feel right. Isn't there some other way? I think so too. After all, it's only a keycap, and we don't trouble with him with it. That is true, there are other ways. Yes, you could go buy a keycap yourself first, they can provide you an official acknowledgement of debt in the public accounts. After all the reimbursements have been processed, after all the reimbursements have been processed and the payment process completed, the amount owed will be paid to you directly from the public purse. Excellent, then let's do that. After all, a keycap doesn't cost much, I can pay for it. Then please sign here, and you should still write requesting reimbursement for replacement keycap due to typewriter malfunction. Are you going to purchase a replacement from Miss Estelle? Yes, indeed. Is anything wrong? Then I will take the IOU to Mr. Royalté for him to sign, and then take it to Miss Estelle to verify the purchase amount. But you don't need to worry about that. Just hurry and buy your keycap. I'll take care of the rest. Thank you so much. You really are the best, Miss Cornelia. I'll go and buy it right now. Come on, traveller, it's time to leave. This is insane. Keycaps, they're not on our purchasing list of items eligible for reimbursements. Oh no. A keycap for a typewriter. Hey Semen, can you even expense things like that? I am unclear, but if typewriters can be expensed, then it follows that the keycaps for the keys can be reimbursed as well. This is a mess. Yon, what is it? You seem to be out of breath. Estelle, please, I need a keycap for a typewriter. You should have something here, right? Of course, but typewriters have so many different keys. Take a look and see which one you need a keycap for. Yon starts to rummage around, searching for the keycap he needs at lightning speed. This one, this is it. Here's the money. Thank you, Estelle. Last time you said you'd like to go boating with me. Yon! Hey! Yon! What? What's he so busy with anyway? He really is. Great, now I can finally continue working. This proposal must be finished today. Thank you so much. When I have time, I will certainly treat you to an excellent meal. Are you free tomorrow? Come find me here if you've got the time. Wait for me to finish work and we can all go eat a tasty meal. And I'll be waiting. You're right, I must work faster. Wait, what's the next sentence? I should have written everything down. The wording here needs to be reconsidered. Now, what's the best way to phrase it? This man is suffering. Yon? Yon! Ah! What? Yes, I finished. I finished writing. It's me. Did you finish writing it? Oh, it's you. I must have fallen asleep. Sorry. Mr. Royalté and Mr. Saman have stayed with me half the night. With their guidance, I finally managed to finish the proposal. But I was just too tired. I thought I'd just close my eyes for a bit. I never thought I'd sleep until now. I need to go find Mr. Tails? Tails first, and have him stamp this proposal with the official seal of the Maison Question, and then take the proposal to Mr. Dufour for his stamp, and then we can begin officially printing it. And then we'll be done with this. Sounds simple enough. Yeah. In any case, I've heard that Mr. Tails has introduced a brand new type of machine for affixing stamps. They say that it's convenient and made with confidentiality in mind, and that they plan to use it throughout the entire Maison Question. Take a look. Mr. Royalté even gave me a key. Every department must use this key to activate the stamping machine. Anyway, it all sounds pretty formal and official. Why don't you take another nap? It looks like you can barely walk straight. Anyway, it's just getting a document stamped, and there's that stamping machine to do it. There's no need to rush. No, we cannot afford any more delays. Let us go right away, like you said. It's only a stamp. It shouldn't take too much time. Tails, can I get my document stamped now? Yes, of course you can. Did you bring the key? And please, sign here too. I thought we wouldn't need to sign now that we've got the machine. Well, about that. The machine must still be operated by someone, so you still have to sign in, don't you? It's a guarantee. But this machine is perfect for maintaining secrecy. Without a key, even I can't start it up. Put the documents there, and make sure they are properly aligned, then insert the key into the keyhole. Is this that automatic stamping machine? It looks really ordinary. Like this, and just turn the key. Wait a second, just hold that pose. Don't move. I'll take a picture. Not afraid of leaks? When we first deployed these machines, Mr. Cassis specifically specified that we must use a camera to make a record of everyone that came to get documents stamped. Oh no. I need to move. Can't have this document in the frame. Recently, someone said that there's going to be a new document promulgated here at the Maison Question that specifically addresses secrets leaked through cameras. I don't want me to be the first one to be made an example of. Harley, let's go wait outside. If we're in the photo, maybe we'll get sucked into some kind of baloney involving leaked secrets. Tails carefully takes a picture. Okay, I've taken the photo. Please start up the machine. I turned the key already. Why isn't it responding? That's impossible. I just repaired it. It can't be broken again already. Tails begins to inspect the machine. That's odd. There's nothing wrong with it. Reinsert the key and try again. Okay, here goes. Yon takes out the key, puts it back in. The machine still doesn't move. It's not working, Tails. Think of something. Maybe you didn't align the document properly? You need to fit the document to the markings. There are hidden trigger mechanisms inside. Does the document have anything to do with the machine not starting? Of course it does. Otherwise, how could the machine know there are documents waiting to be stamped? This is an automatic machine after all. I'm not operating it manually. Oh, for the love of... Fine. I'll make sure it's properly aligned with all the markings. Yon takes out the document and places it back. The machine still sits there silently. It's no good. It still isn't working. How could this be? Though last time I gave it a little smack, and then it started working properly again. Then I'll give it a whack. It appears we have no choice but to try it. Are we getting close to the point where we resort to prayer to try and fix it? That's true. We can still pray, can't we? Lightly tap the machine. Auto Stamper 3000. The machine replies to you with complete silence. Put a bit more oomph into this tap. The machine seems like it's too lazy to even care about your efforts. Smack it so hard that its later iterations will feel it. The machine breaks its silence and lets out a rusty, annoyed sound, as though a very sleepy person just fell out of bed. Whoa, what's that sound? Don't tell Paimon the machine completely broke down. And then, as if the machine sleepily found its slippers and stumbled over to turn on the light, it begins to operate with a whir and a clunk. It's finally working. The auto stamper is well worn, but it works slowly and methodically. With several people on the brink of despair gazing at it intently, the machine slowly drops a stamp downward, with all the speed of an elderly tent tortoise climbing a cliff. The stamp, having taken its first step onto the paper, seems to stagger around on the document, before meandering slowly about and finally settling down to rest. Finally, the machine shivers and shudders and begins to slowly retract the stamp. Haha, I told you it would work! I truly don't understand just what's so great about this machine. It's called automatic, but it's far slower than just doing it by hand. But it is perfect for maintaining confidentiality and secrecy. Look around. Even if we wanted to, we couldn't take the stamp out and use it for our own private purposes without permission. Don't act so smug. What if the machine completely breaks down and Mr. Carcis isn't here either? What then? Well, it'll still be okay. I have a backup key. To open up this machine? No, to open up a box in Mr. Carcis's office. There's a backup stamp in there. Traveller, let's hurry up. We must bind and staple the document so we can deliver it to Mr. Defoe. I can't wait to be free from this nightmare. This machine sure is hard to use. Okay, we have all the stamps, the document has been bound and stapled, and all that's left is to give it to Mr. Defoe and we'll finally be done. Today I'm going to get a good night's sleep and forget about all of this. Then I'll take a day off and go find Estelle. Mr. Yorn, do you have a moment? Yes, what is it? No way did the reimbursement get approved so quickly. That it did not, but Monsieur Neviette sent someone to me and had me come ask you. Why are you expensing a single keycap and not an entire typewriter? Because a single keycap fell off, that's all. Why would I need to expense an entire new typewriter? You know, that does make sense. Perhaps, but our list of items eligible for reimbursement includes typewriters, not individual keycaps. As such, keycaps are a brand new payment item. Therefore, you must submit a written document to Monsieur Neviette and explain in detail why you were expensing that single keycap. Why does it feel like some kind of bad joke and not actual government business? That seems kind of ridiculous. So you want me to write a separate report to the Chief Justice explaining how I lost a single keycap? The Maison Cardinaliste said that it was a request from Monsieur Neviette himself. As if the Maison Cardinaliste says everything is a request from Monsieur Neviette himself. But no one dares test the waters and see if that's actually the truth. Come now, Yon, calm down and listen to me. As a gestionnaire of the Maison Gestion, orders from the Chief Justice are an imperative, carrying the full weight of the administration. Simply put, you have no choice but to write it. Not that this is a bad thing, you know. You can use this chance to show off your handwriting to him. Not everyone gets a chance to make a separate report to him. But Uh-oh. Hello, friends, good news. We just caught someone leaking secrets with a camera red-handed. A sterling example of negative behaviour that we shall conclude in the proposal. And as for this criminal who knew the law, yet knowingly violated it, it is in fact the very person who reminded everyone not to use cameras lest they expose secrets, Mr. Carcis. Him! It's because of him that Yon was up all night writing the proposal, and now he's been caught breaking the rules first, no less. He used a camera to take multiple photos of his office, and then distributed them to reporters. One of the photos included his own minutes from meetings, and the public has now discovered the contents of the minutes are wildly different from what he said in his previous speeches. Rumours are swelling like mad, and it appears that Mr. Carcis's office is about to become the biggest joke in Fontaine. Again. Wait a minute, what do the minutes have to do with the speech? Almost all of the contents of the speech were agreed upon in the meetings recorded by those minutes. Of course they're related. So why are they so different? Oh, that's actually quite normal. The purpose of the meetings and the minutes is to tell us exactly what content cannot appear in the speech. Carcis himself hasn't got the foggiest notion of what he's going to say, and doesn't even have his own ideas. He is completely reliant on being reminded by his subordinates. Wait, so where is Mr. Carcis now? He's awaiting investigation in my office. After all, not only did he leak secret documents, but he also caused quite the storm in the city. I think he may have to stay in there a while. But what about my document? I finished writing it. It's all stamped up and ready, and I... Hey now, it's okay. You wrote it. It'll get sent out eventually. It wasn't a waste. Calm down. Yawn, are you there? Mr. Cement, you're finally here. Please, help me think of something. Don't talk about that now. Your keycap, have you already expensed it? You think? I even have to write a report to Monsieur Niviette himself about it. Oh, drat. Take a look. Is this that keycap? Hugh, where did you find it? It was under my desk. Just as the cleaning staff was sweeping, they accidentally swept it over. Someone saw it and put it on my desk. I thought it was a keycap from my own typewriter at first, so I put it away. But today, I took a look and I realised my typewriter wasn't missing a single keycap, so... This nightmare, when will it end? Harley, what really is the meaning behind my work? Yawn falls to the ground in a faint. Yawn? Yawn! Yawn is rushed to the doctor. This is all my fault. If only I'd found the keycap earlier, things wouldn't have turned out like this. How is this issue about the keycap? Hello? That's right, everything's a complete mess. Yawn didn't even know what to do. Gataneo and Defour have also just vanished. What's going on with these guys anyway? Yawn doesn't know what the point of his work is. That kid's always thinking about those sorts of things. The point of work. Such a grand topic can't be easily explained in just a few words. You'll only heap more pressure on yourself by constantly worrying about such issues. Well, do you know the answer then? No, I've never even considered it. I just work. As for me, while I do think about it now and then, I have my own way to deal with stress. If you really want to find the answer, perhaps we could find some time to talk more. But right now, I've got to buy some fruit and go see Yawn. Now that's the main matter, and no mistake. I'm also going to go help Yawn apply for sick leave. Sick leave? He really needs to rest. Great, we each have our tasks. That's the way to get things done. We'll see you later then, Harley. Huh? That's weird. Where did I put that sick leave form? What the fuck? Have you heard? It seems that new fabrics have arrived at Chiyoria Boutique. I heard that from my husband. He's a well-informed one, he is. Really? Well, my husband knows that too. He's helped me pre-order them too. Would you like me to send you a share? Oh, that's fine. I'll just keep observing the product. A decision can come later. Oh, and by the way, the limited edition perfume I brought previously is coming in soon. Would you like some? I can lend it to you. Well, I just so happen to have one of those myself. It's one of Miss Emily's, isn't it? They tell me that there aren't a lot of them this time, and that they're selling out before they can even hit shelves. My, oh my, as expected of a merchant family, I suppose. If I miss any seasonal specials next time, I suppose I'll need you to help me out. Oh, it's nothing. I mean, will we not still have to rely on that judge of yours in matters of importance? What the? Are they just showing off to each other? These don't look good enough. Picking a gift? That's right. It's been a while since I've returned to Fontaine, so I'm trying to see what's new. Upon sailing to other nations, I found that their peoples quite admire our advanced machine industry. I must confess that I've grown quite proud of it myself. But the way I see it, these clockwork devices don't quite live up to the image they have in mind. How awesome do you need them to be? Like, the Gardamex, I guess? Just kidding, please don't call the guards. But I do remember hearing that the Fontaine Research Institute was working on some new materials. Now, if that place hadn't blown sky high, would a couple of anti-gravity hourglasses or floating transportation have truly been beyond them? Floating aquabuses? Oh, that's a capital idea. But if we had those, would we really need waterways? They're pretty convenient as is. And speaking of that, I did have some dealings with Callus, the fellow who helped to build said waterways. Oh! Navia's dad helped to build the waterways? It was thanks to him that I was able to make it as a shipborne merchant. What a shame. I wonder how his daughter Navia is doing. I should go say hello if I get the chance. Hello, welcome to Lishot's Clockwork Workshop. Are you here to make a purchase? We have all sorts of interesting toys here. Clockwork goods? Indeed. We specialize in machines that function via those principles. Toy birds, puppets, we have it all. Each of them is a high-quality, fresh design. Well, though the puppet's dialogue might get bothersome after a while. If you're interested, we also have clockwork horses that run, clockwork blubber beasts that blow trumpets, and penguins that can waddle and shake in place. You got penguins here in Fontaine? Sorry, I wasn't being very precise. Usually penguins live in the cold north. Wait, hopefully we get like penguins in Snezhnaya. But I've also heard that some of them will appear in places with a warmer climate. The penguins in our store weren't made by me. They're consignments made by a young lad named Fremine. He's very good if I do say so myself. Reminds me of my younger brother, in fact. I once thought of inviting him to develop clockwork toys, but he remained silent, and I didn't really want to force the issue. If clocks are the score of Time's song, then what can I do for it? Tell me about the clocks. Clocks, or to be more precisely, exquisite clockwork-powered clocks, are our family craft, famous throughout Fontaine. Have you heard of the Lady of the Lake's Tear? That was the name Lady Furina gave to one of my works. What a lovely name, like a song that encapsulates such sadness. This relates to the prophecy. A lover of poetry, are we? Yes, that unsightly attempt of mine. Now, I do not hate my work, but I also love poetry and song. My elder brother has gone on to live his own life, while I inherited the family business. It's quite unadventurous and unromantic of me, but I do not desire that this craft be lost.